So hello everyone, it's yet another opportunity to welcome you my viewers. So this is just Kiboozi as usual, but it's business unusual. Today, Kathy Muhira by the way. Today I'm here with my guests. Please introduce yourselves.
Hi everyone, I'm called DJ Ramon.
Hi everyone, this is Paddy Witik, Patrick. I'm happy to be here.
Okay, so those are my guests and yeah, it's yet another pleasure. Don't forget to subscribe to our handles. That's YouTube, TikTok, what you call X. And we have a WhatsApp channel. Don't forget to follow us. Yeah, like, subscribe on our YouTube. So today's business, it's quite different. It's not a topic, but we're having some series of questions for our viewers and my fellows over here. So my first question is, what's that most important lesson you've learned from life? I want you to engage with us as well as my guests. So Ramon, take that first.
Pardon, could you please come again with the question?
What's that most important lesson you've learned from life?
Thank you very much. About that question, the biggest lesson that I've learned in life for all the many years that I have right now is that I've learned to accord people with proper respect, I would say.
What do you mean by respect? Respect is broad.
It's broad, eh? I'll give you maybe a hint to why I'm saying that.
Okay.
So, that's not so far. Back in 2022, that's my Form 6. I wasn't that, a cool boy. I was a stubborn boy, a party boy, a DJ. So I was a rich kid who was very, very stubborn. So I couldn't accord people with the respect they deserve.
Okay.
Be it old, be it what.
So in simple terms, you look down to people or something?
Not looking down to them, but I had that big ego that would, always precede me before anything.
I love it when life teaches us lessons and we learn from our mistakes. So what's yours? What's that lesson that you've learned from life?
Hi everyone, this is the lesson that I've so far learned in life is time management. A bit when I was still young, I used to take things for granted. I used to waste a lot of my time. But it reached a time by then when I joined Form 1, it was like really I'm lagging behind, because when I reached a time, I found these young people whereby they joined Form 1 when they 12 years, 13 years, and I was 14 years, and I was like, indeed I wasted a lot of time when I was still in the primary. So I learned a lesson that time management is a key issue when you want to succeed in life. So that is the major lesson that I've really learned.
Okay, I'm so in love with today's show. Hopefully you're all enjoying as I'm enjoying here. So I think today it's much of lifetime, the lessons we've learned from life. Anyway, besides that, I have something else. What's the most challenging part of growing up? Like, what have you faced? That challenging part of growing up. So personally, I would say bullying. Yeah. I was this kid, I was so stubborn. And, being stubborn and then you're bullied, you're still stubborn, you're having a hot head, So you face it rough from administration to your fellows, to everyone, Then afterwards you pick your feet up and you're like, I can't be bullied and this. So what's yours? What's the challenging part of life?
The most challenging part of my life is growing together with my father. Staying together with my father.
Okay.
Because indeed, my dad is a kind of a person who is straightforward and he wants someone to be upright. So he's ever punishing you 24/7 when you're with him. And for me, on the other hand, it was a challenge on my side. But on the other hand, it was another thing of bring me upright. So my dad, when I joined P7, that is when he was the head teacher of a certain school. So I became a student of primary 7 when he's the head teacher of the school.
Oh, wow.
And 24/7 I was kind.
I know how I feel.
After exams, immediately after writing the paper, you see him coming. Why have you failed this question here? This simple question. So it became a challenge. I used to fear him wherever I used to see him anywhere in the school. I lived in that fear. So even sometimes when I have some issues, I have no sugar, I have no soap, I used to fear to go and ask Dad, there's this issue and this issue. So I lived in a fear. I was ever ashamed in class, caning someone when everyone is seeing. It became a challenge. So yeah, being with my dad on the same school and being with him together in the same place.
Did it teach you anything?
Yeah, it taught me many things because I excelled. That caning me, I excelled.
So everyone should be kind to excel.
I kept on improving in every test that I had to do. I got guidance from the different teachers because they're also like my parents. The son of the teacher, I was taken as someone who is very important in the school. So those teachers used to tell me, no, this is your dad is teaching you something that you have to adopt to. So in the case of any challenge and you're fearing him, you can come to any of the teachers in the school, tell them this and this is happening to me, then we can sit down with dad and we talk.
Wow, that's quite good. Yeah, and quite hurting a little bit. Okay, so Ramon, what's that most challenging part when you're growing up?
Thank you very much.
And actually, what did you do to overcome it?
Well, mine is a tricky one, but I guess these are facts.
Okay.
Now, the most challenging part in my life, I'll reflect in my O-level for this case.
Okay.
I think it was women. Yo, it's strange, right?
I'm clicking where we are going.
It's strange, right?
Yeah.
So, why am I saying women?
I'm already interested. I can't wait.
Now, I was this type of guy. I was a cool guy, yo. So I could...
They used to tell you you're cool, or why you knew you're cool?
Oh, no one needed to tell me that I'm cool, but I was cool. When I said I was cool, yeah, I was cool. So I used to have this clique of friends of mine, you know, those rich boys. So we used to flex at campus because I've been, you know, just expelled from different schools several times. So it became like a routine whenever they could say, like, we are suspending you, expelling you. It wasn't new, like, just prepare my suitcase and, you know.
You weren't worked at home or scolded or something when you never expelled and suspended?
Working is not a thing at my home. It's not.
And then scolding.
Maybe that
they
part.
don't hug you, they have to scold you.
Well, I believe my dad used to treat us like mature people from the very start. He could be like, you were a big person, so I expect you to do things that wouldn't shame me. But unfortunately, I think I wasn't that lucky. Yeah. So I come back to the part of the women. Why? So, honestly speaking, I was in my Form 4. So they bring these students, teachers who come to teach. You know, they be very, very young.
Yeah, I know.
So I tightened my trousers, you know. It was very, very fit. And there was this guy who couldn't listen, but I was very smart, you know. So honestly, this teacher, I think she fell for me, honestly speaking. A teacher, right?
That's what you think.
That's not what I think. I could see, I could even read the signs. This teacher, you know, could favor me.
Okay, let's just put a pause there. So everyone out there, I want you to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, TikTok, WhatsApp, and follow us actually everywhere. Instagram, everywhere. So, our teacher.
So this English teacher was like, you know, all of a sudden she fell for me from the very day she stepped into my class. They're like, what's your name? I was like, I'm calling Simba Israel, Ramon. Like, okay. So during the prep time, for me, I could be exempted. I could remain in dorm. Understand?
Okay.
Break time, I could go with her. She buys for me stuff and whatnot. She could even give me money.
Now in which class?
That was Form 4.
Wow.
So eventually, I was a young man, I would say. I gave in, you know. In holidays, I could use her car, could take me to the club. Not until some classmate of ours by then spotted us. Then the info linked in the school, the school administration. So, you know, this part where they already say that it's supposed to be the bigger person that's supposed to be punished. Those guys treated me like I was, you know, the one who brought up the whole situation. That was a really, really trying moment for me because I got expelled.
So, for your, on your side, you didn't have any fault anywhere.
Honestly,
you weren't at fault anywhere.
Honestly speaking, that teacher, I think I was too hot for her. Honestly speaking.
I enjoy having shows with people like Ramon. So, okay, how did you overcome that?
Well, eventually, I had some pics that were taken back. I don't know whether you know Nyondo Club. We have a long history with that club. So I taken a nap with her when we were there. And in that nap, she was hugging me like tight, you know. So I was like, because in her statement, she said, and that guy, you know, he's stubborn, what and what. So I was like, I have proof, bring it. So I brought that proof. And she was the one hugging me and a short video. So I was like, me and her, who's a liar? So my parents came in, they were like, you can see. So the school had to compensate for me actually. Because they were like, you can come back, but I couldn't go back there. Eventually I had to just move to Budu.
Okay, this sounds like a movie actually. It's like I'm watching one. But it's a story and I need to know more about that, you know. Anyways, I have something else for you. If you could go back in time and give advice to your young self, what would that be?
If I could go back in time and I look at the small Ramon by then.
You leave that teacher.
I leave. What I would say to him, I would tell that young Ramon, that man, bro, relax, be calm, yo.
Okay.
Because I wasn't a calm boy, honestly. Not for my childhood. I don't know, I wouldn't blame anyone because still it was me who did all that. But I wasn't very calm. So I would tell that boy to calm and be, you know, polite and humble. Perhaps things will turn out differently now where I am.
Yeah. That's so nice that you learned from your mistakes. And I'm sure you're all enjoying the way I'm enjoying, the way we're all enjoying. Yeah, we are loving this. It's always a while since we meet up with our friends and families, you know. We talk about this and this, we confess some things, you know, like how you've had DJ Ramon. So, hi, what's that you want to tell us about? You know, if you could go back in time, what's that you want to tell us about?
If I'm to go back in time right now, I would say, since I talked about time management, indeed, I would manage my time. I would calculate every minute. I would specify what I'm to do in each of the minutes.
Okay.
In a day, in a week, in a month. Because I remember wasting a lot of time, and right now I cannot drive back to catch up with that time.
I know.
So if I get that chance of going back as a child, I'm to manage my time very well. That's what I can tell.
Wow, that's quite nice. So it's bird time. How? Where? How?
I take the side of education. Yes, because all those that are my age mates right now, I can say they are working, and I'm wondering, am I the one who wasted a lot of time, or for them they had some shortcuts where they...
Oh, you have a message to someone who bought education. You may be there when you have a message for the person who bought education.
Not really, but what I can tell, what I can advise these little ones is to manage their time very well, to handle their time very well. If you're to study from P1 to P7, make sure those are 7 years. Senior 1 to senior 4, those are 4 years. I've already repeating classes and
Okay. So that's a lesson to the students out there and the pupils.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm loving this. So, so do you have any message for the person about education? Because I think that's why you're having a challenge.
We are sure, on my side, I assure the person who brought education has no challenge with. I have no issue with him because I think that is the right way to go and to achieve anything in life.
Yeah.
On my side.
Yeah, and with education, you can clearly tell that this person went to school.
Went to school, yeah.
You know.
So I have no issue with him. Yes.
Okay. So what's that memorable adventure you've ever been on? We chill the bad memories, the learning memories. What's that memorable adventure? You know, you spent it with who? You know, I want you guys to engage with me. I love watching your messages coming over here. So I'm so in love listening to my people speaking. Yeah, they are all handsome, by the way. I'm here in love with the bosses and the looks and you know. So what's that memorable adventure you've ever been at and with who? Okay, let's start with me today. Me, I've had a lot of memorable adventures, but that's one moment I spend with my friends, those I call friends at heart. However, how many they may be, over hundreds of adventures, those people I have at heart, every time I spend with them counts. Let me say, we've spent our whole week together. I feel like I need that more. It's not enough, I need a lot, so I think I have none. So you guys, what's that memorable adventure you remember and you're like, wow? Let's start with Ramon.
Thank you very much. I have quite very many memorable adventures.
In the club.
So I'm just failing to choose one, but I'll pick one regardless because I have to.
Okay.
I will refer to the current situation here at MUBS, our very own campus.
Okay.
So I think it was last year during our freshers ball, because I was among the DJs that were working on that day. So there comes the night. As usual, I was working, standing there and there. So I was like, I'm thirsty. Let me go pick somewhat, a drink. So I moved down. So the innocent me moving down.
Innocent where? Okay.
I'm innocent by that.
Okay.
So,
now you.
The innocent me moving down the stairs. As I was going, remember we were freshers by then because we are now in second year. But the previous year we were freshers. So I was moving down. I don't know. All of a sudden, when they've just handed a Sprite bottle to me, so there comes some. I think, if I'm not mistaken, that chick was in third year. I will not forget, because the way she exhibited that expertise. I doubt whether she was in year 1 or year 2. She was very, very expensive.
So expertise has levels.
It has levels, yo. So
I'm interested. Let's go.
I come. I just gotten my Sprite bottle. So all of a sudden, a chick comes there. I remember I was putting on shorts, the Elijah Chitaka shorts on some simple pen shoes.
Okay.
And it had rained on that day, if you could recall very well, on the freshers' ball. It was all muddy.
I'm sure your shoes were muddy.
I was up on the stage, so I did not get all of that. But when I went down, of course, it went muddy. So this girl pulls me all of a sudden. Remember, I'm hurrying to go back to the stage. She pulls me all of a sudden. She's like, Ramon. I was like, yo, do I know you from somewhere? She's like,
and that bombastic side eye.
Yo, I was like, yo, do I know you from somewhere? She's like, you're my OB, like from where? Like from Atlas High School there in Gaza. Do you know that school? I was like, I don't know. Yeah, I went there. but I don't know which year, because I suppose she was like 2 years ahead of us, or 2 classes, if I would say. So like, yo, so she grabs me by her hand. She gives me this really, really tight hug.
Okay.
It was very tight. You know,
Ramon's stories, it's like I'm watching a series. I
honestly,
can't wait for the next season.
by the time Ramon, I get to say to commend her hug, just know it was a really, really hard hug that I
Okay.
would point out in the many I've had throughout my life.
Okay.
That day, I'll never forget. Till today, I've never gotten such a hug.
And you're still waiting for that person to give you a hug.
I don't know whether she graduated or she's still here. I'm still looking for her. If she can see this footage, please. I'm still looking for Yanga.
So, okay, sorry. Hey, girl out there, Ramon is looking for you, and he's madly in love with your hug. You know, he hasn't gotten that hug ever since
Exactly.
Freshers Ball last year. Okay.
Perhaps she comes back on this precious bow.
You want her to come back?
Maybe.
Okay. Hey, it's your time.
Thank you. I think the memorable adventure that I can recall,
Yeah.
there are quite many, but the real one is when it was during the back of Form 6. That's when I tried looking for the job, and it really, I had connections, but they all failed. So the only thing I had to do it was joining construction. So one time we traveled to Nakauka at King Saha's place. We were going to make Talazo. There's the floor you're seeing. That is the activity we used to do. So as we were working, we used to work from 8 to 6. And we used to go for our supper in Nakauka town, whereby we used to walk for over 40 minutes on the way. And as you know, builders, they are kind of people who are good at spending money. When they have worked, they have some money in the pocket. It's all about women and boozing. So we had a group of people that I was working with. We used to go, we have our supper. Then after we visited bar to bar. Every bar that is in Nakauka, I think we reached in it. And we had this betting stuff. You go, these machines where you put 500.
Okay, let's go.
You drop in your 500, and if you tap on the right thing, they give you back the money. So that is the way we used to spend our night. The entire night we are in that business. We are very drunk. So as we are coming back, everyone is on his own way. And the house, they were plastering it. So they were stands. The first door, they had locked it. They told us if you cannot manage to come back by 10 o'clock, forget about entering here. So for us, we were like, we are mature people. You can't tell us that.
I'm clicking where you're going.
We come back when you're drunk at around 2, 3. Everyone on his own. You come on the way, you fall, you wake up. Fall, you stand, you fall, you stand.
Okay.
Not until you reach the site. And reaching the site, there is no true pathway that you're going to enter. The door is locked. So what you have to do is climbing these ladders.
And you're all drunk.
So that was the most interesting part, whereby someone who has taken over 16 bottles of beer is trying to climb the ladders to go where he's supposed to sleep. So you go for the first step. You first pause for like 10 minutes. By the time you
have to work.
And you have to work. By the time you reach where you're sleeping, that is already 4. Recall you have left the bar at 2, and you're reaching where you're sleeping at 4. By 6,
you need it at work.
You have to start work. So I was like, really, God just save us with these things. And we had this marijuana just behind us. So it was really a thing whereby we needed God.
Nigga, how old were you?
I think I was 22, 21.
Okay.
Yes.
Enjoying your life the way you want.
Enjoying the life, but I really thank God that I came back safe, because Nakauka is a place whereby there are few people. And there are many, they do quarreling, whereby there are many holes.
Yeah.
If you make a mistake and you fall in the quarry, you're gone. So, yeah, I think that is the most memorable story I can tell.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm seeing all of you guys are smartly dressed. You're all looking good. I'm having something on my head. How do you stay organized and you know, manage your time effectively? Because you know, you guys, you're here in time, you know, on time, smartly dressed. Look at you. Look at you. You're all giving, I don't know, giving bougie. You're all giving nice looks. So how do you manage your time? And because me, oh good. About time. I think if I'm having an appointment at 8, God, that's something else. I have to wake up at 6. I get ready for all those hours. I'm getting ready till 8. I'm getting ready from 6 to 8. You know, the time for the appointment. You know, I'm getting ready. So you guys, how do you manage your time and, you know, stay organized?
Thank you again. Me staying organized is where I'm going to start from. I grew up in a family of many girls, whereby these sisters, it was another story. To find you when you're shabby. I had my elder sister who was very tough, and she's still tough, but I thank her for that, because she made me to be an organized person. I had to. When we were still young, she used to tell me, today the timetable is out. You have to wash. You are the one washing plates on this day. You are the one washing clothes on this day, and you are the one mopping the house on this day. So she taught me on how to organize a room. She taught me on how to mop. She taught me on how to wash the plates. After washing the plates, you know where to place them. You have to dry them before use. After having your meals, you have to wash those plates. So I got experience from her, so I thought that she was torturing me. But again, it was, right now I'm seeing.
So you know how to cook, you know how to mop, you know how to wash utensils?
Very well.
Oh my God, your partner is lucky.
Very well.
You're good for marriage.
I can say, but I want to first stay alone for some time.
Yeah, anyways, so by the way, that's personal hygiene. So Ramon, how do you stay organized and manage your time effectively?
Well, after listening to my colleague, well, mine is quite a different one.
Different story.
A very different one.
Okay.
Now, for me, I've grown up in a house whereby financially we're not bad off, and there is freedom. Yes, but we have rules that we follow, lines that we shouldn't cross. Now, for my case, you could do everything you want at my home, but don't dare play in academics. You have to account for the time you're in school. So I usually tell this to my fellow coursements who do Bachelor of International Business, that you're always sent here at campus majorly to do, I think, 3 things. Yeah, that's to get a degree, to get connections, and maybe for the ladies to get a man, you know.
And for the men to do what?
No, for the men, you cannot be sent to get a woman. But for a girl, those are the 3 main things. For me now, I'm going to be brief with them. Okay. I'm going to tackle them briefly. For my side of why I'm so organized and smart and all this, we're at campus, right?
Yeah, true.
By profession, I'm a DJ. So my work requires me to be, what's this word that usually used nowadays? The one I see TikTokers, is it demure or something else?
Yeah,
so requires you to be like that. So you have to be very, very, very smart. You have to smell good. For me as a gentleman, I interact with a lot of ladies, yo.
Yeah, I know.
So that's a push. It's a push factor for me. To always be, to look nice and, you know, legit.
Yeah, true.
Now, another thing is, as I said earlier, academics. I'm this type of person who works, and then at the same time I do what? I study.
Yeah.
I'm a DJ. I be in clubs at night. I have to come back in the morning. Then I resume with my classes. So academics, I take them very serious. So they always push me that at 8 I have to be at campus for my lectures up to like 12 or 1.
Yeah.
So that thing scares me a lot and forces me to always, you know, be time conscious and organized.
Yeah, I've loved engaging with you guys a lot because, you know, an organized guy or a babe and, you know, an organized human being, actually, there are qualities of being a human being. Being organized and managing your time effectively, you know, being the mirror, the way he said. And don't forget you need to smell good, actually. Yeah. So guys, I know we all have goals. This is my last question for you guys and for our viewers out there. I know we all have goals. Leaving the show without knowing what our goals are is something else. So I want briefly, just in one word, tell me what do you expect of you? Where do you see yourself in the next year? Just where do you see yourself in the next year?
Well, that's a very, very broad question, but I'll try to be brief with it. You said in
just
one word?
Yeah, in
where
one
do
word.
I see myself in how many years?
Tomorrow, next year, just tomorrow.
That's too short, but let me try to say. By next year, I think I'm going to be one of the, if not the second, one of the first 5 DJs.
Wow, that's good. That's a nice goal.
So, yeah.
Okay. And where do you see your next self tomorrow, the next year?
I see myself as a billionaire.
Wow.
Yes.
That's a big, big, big thing. I shout out to everyone who sees the soul.
Yes.
As the billionaires tomorrow. You guys, that's a big thing. So it's been a good time having Ramon on the show and
Patrick.
Yeah, and Patrick. These guys are good guys, actually. He's a DJ. You follow him on his handles and follow Patrick on his handles as well. What names do you use, both of you?
Paddy Witik.
Paddy Witik.
Yes, Paddy Witik.
Paddy Witik. Okay, and you?
Well, DJ Ramon, Turntable Demon.
Oh, DJ Ramon, Turntable Demon.
Yeah.
Naida. Okay. That's good. That's good to be here with you guys. I say Kathy Mohira. I love you so much. Don't forget to follow all our handles. That's Twitter, that one you call X, Instagram, IG. We have a WhatsApp channel. Don't forget to follow us. Again, subscribe to our YouTube channels. Yeah, and that's it. A shout out to everyone that loves me. I wish you what you wish me. Bye.
MUBS TV.